ladies and gentlemen, we finally on here. We had a little technical difficulties, but we straightened them out. So we looking good. We doing intros here. We got Lady Jazz. How you doing, Lady Jazz?
Doing good, doing good.
Okay, good. Mega Elixir, Generation Z, always representing.
Yeah,
You got me,
Say,
the
I'm gonna
OG.
say, I'm gonna say you got some prejudice bias there, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
I was about to say I represent them myself.
I'm gonna say bias, but we're gonna leave that alone. Okay.
Sir Rich to
Oh,
get rich
yeah,
or die trying.
oh, hold on, guys. I got somebody disturbing me. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, go ahead and continue. I'll just hop back in. Be right back. So,
we got the one, the one and only. When I met this dude, he was like the one. But how y'all doing this evening? You had the floor, the one.
Think he'll be back.
Yeah, he said, hold on. But thank everyone for your patience. Appreciate y'all still being here and showing up for us. Please hit that like button. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Tell your enemies. Tell everybody. And give us a follow.
We in here.
So let's get some gameplay going while we waiting. Who is this? This Double M?
Yeah, you know that's double M. Back in his like Monster Hunter phase. Oh boy.
That's a good game. I still never finished this one. Like, I finished it technically, but all them extra strong monsters, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I want to continue on Rise. If Double M, but Double M chickened out.
I didn't chicken out, man.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
didn't
did.
chicken out. No, 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 no.
If you didn't chicken out, then how about we play like tomorrow? Or heck, maybe today. Bet?
excuse me, lady and gentlemen. I'm back. I apologize. I see Mr. Mixer must be talking about challenging someone.
No, they're gonna always challenge pops.
Yeah, I said prejudice. I said there's some bias here, and we know why the bias.
But that's okay.
Okay, if I may be so bold to ask, what were you challenging the mega in, so to speak?
Not what he's challenging me in Monster
Oh,
Hunter on the Switch.
I heard you were a beast in Monster Hunter on Xbox.
Yeah. Well, I
You-
was.
Your nephew told me that. He called me up Saturday and said you was a beast in Monster Hunter. I'm going somewhere with this, but because I remember you were playing, I could never get you to play Monster Hunter. Then he told me you were a beast at Monster Hunter. I'm like, really? He said, yeah. I never could get you to play.
I was double ranked.
I don't care. You didn't tell me about it, so it don't make a difference to me. I was trying to get you to play. That's that hater in you. So that's what you were playing this week. Or that's what Mega was playing.
Well, actually, the thing is that at the end of the day, I was just trying to tell him to like get back into the game because he hasn't played it for like 1 year just because of one like mission, which I've completed myself in one
Is it
year.
crossplay?
Yes, it's
It's only
crossplay.
on
It
it's on
can be.
Switch and PC only.
Oh, okay. Not on Xbox. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it's on Xbox, I get on with double. But I've been trying to get double on that since the game debuted. Maybe, like you said, you had more luck than I did.
Yeah, and Sir Rich too. He wanted to get back in it too.
What's this?
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, so that's what you guys were playing.
Well, actually, no. I was playing Uncharted 3 and Infamous 2 on the PlayStation 3, and that's
You
pretty
haven't
much
beat
about
that.
it.
You haven't beat that yet.
I'm almost about to beat those games.
Oh, okay. That I guess because you sitting at home sleeping, and then you just got up at 6, according to
Wah,
what you
wah,
said
wah.
when we were in the green room, right? I'm just saying.
Okay.
Okay, so did everyone say what they were playing this week?
No,
Nope.
not yet.
Okay, Lady Jazz, what were you playing?
Destiny 2, a little bit of Fall Guys. Jump back on Elden Ring, and I have been dabbling in multiverses, which cartoony. Well, that's an overstatement. Warner Brothers, cartoon, everything, Smash Brothers. I like it. It's fun. It's cute. So
Yeah.
Shaggy OP.
I
that's what
might.
I keep hearing.
Oh, so chat. Why don't you let us know what you guys been playing,
Yes.
and more or less also if one of my old school buddies is online, please say something. I know who you are, so if you say something, I have to make a comment about one of our old gamer players back in the day.
Got somebody here in the chat.
So, lady, that's what you've been playing, Mister Sir Rich. What were you playing?
Multiverse, Assassin's Creed 3 remastered, and For Honor.
To ask you, is that Assassin's Creed 3, is that hooked to the Black Flag one?
That was the first time they did the ships.
Okay. Alright.
Black Flag is 4, I think.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Just wondering about that.
Yeah, 3 is the first time they did the ships because it was the colonials coming into America.
Okay.
Good. And that's all you've been playing?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What have I played? I played Multiverse, won a match. I played Skyrim. Played, of course, I finally finished. Not finally, but I was doing it just to do chapter every day so I can get achievement points. I was doing As Dust Falls, which to me, I think a lot of people are sleeping on that game because of the choices you make. It to me, it describes what type of person you are at the end and what you will let happen and what you not let happen. I think they did a good job at the end, and the ending of that game is extremely good. It's a cliffhanger, but it's extremely good, and I tell anybody to play that game.
I
And
was
one,
engrossed.
yes.
I was
So you
engrossed.
act, yeah. So the ending really got you, right?
Yes, it did.
So
Yes, it
this,
did.
since you finished it, and I'm not going to I can't I'm not doing a spoiler
I don't want
because,
to
but I,
spoil it.
well, but what I actually thought, oh, he's on. Oh, Adric and Adric Saxon. I'm gonna tell you about this guy. You remember him double, right? That's
Yeah.
Adric. Adric goes back with us from the original Xbox Live crew over 20 years ago. We used to play what Halo and everything. Adric is a cool guy. I just wanted to give Adric a shout out because he is a cool guy. And the funny thing is, he texted me last night. No, he didn't text me. He
2001, 21 years.
yes,
Our drinking
yes,
age.
yes,
Drinking age related.
yes. Adric is back in the day. He texted me last night on the on my on Xbox Live, and I was just about to go to sleep. He said he gave me his number. The funny thing, I still had his number, so
Oh
he didn't
wow.
change his number. Yeah, that was funny. I was about to text him and
Sound
say
like
I
me.
got your number, still the same number, and I'm like, hey, I still got all your information. He was 14. Dang.
Oh wow.
And
Oh
I we
shit.
were
So he
yeah, Adric.
35 now.
Yeah,
Adric,
back in
Adric
the day.
35 years old now.
He 35.
No, but Adric came to Chicago with one of his
Congrats.
boys, and they
Uh-oh, we lost some
Audio.
audio.
Lost you. Lost you one.
Accidentally, he got excited and disconnected. So.
Right.
He was reminiscing.
Audio's like,
Ow.
cannot
The
compute.
audio acting up. The
There we
audio
go.
is acting up.
It was too
Okay.
much
He clicked
nostalgia.
something.
Nostalgia
Yeah.
overload.
Yeah, I was just saying that Adric visited St. Louis. I mean, he visited Chicago.
Oh, he ain't that.
He and his buddy. He's from Florida, but he visited Chicago.
Oh,
He
he
and
was
his
in
buddy.
St. Louis. Okay.
Yeah, we went to. No, he was. I don't know why I said St. Louis. He's from Florida, but he visited Chicago. He and his buddy, and they kicked it. And so I met them. Went to some bar up north in Wrigleyville. They had a blast.
Cool.
But Adric's a cool guy. Still cool guy. Computer engineer. I'm happy he's a computer engineer. Very intelligent young man.
Props.
So I had to give Adric his props.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool dude.
Yes. So, guys, that's what I've been playing. Let's get on a couple of good topics that we are going to talk about. The biggest topic we're going to discuss, we're going to hold to the end, and that's this shenanigans, as I'll call it, with Activision, Sony being a player hater, and Microsoft. These Microsoft-Activision acquisition. So we're going to talk about that later. But that being said, I'm sure you guys heard about this crazy price hike that everyone's talking about that Sony would not either confirm or deny at this point in time. Do you think Sony will or will not raise the price of the PS5? One, if they raise the price, will it be suicidal? Two, if they don't raise the price, will it be an issue that they're going to post losses? And if they don't raise the price, does that mean that the PS2 VR, when it comes out, is going to be more expensive? What do you think, Double?
I don't think they're gonna raise the price on the PS5. Not at all. It's
You don't
it's
think so?
suicidal. Yeah, it's suicidal.
Hey, Adric, I got it. Adric, he said he put something on chat. I got an 8 now. He'll know what it means. Adric will know what it means. But anyway, say it again.
I say I
You don't think
it'll
so?
be,
Suicidal?
it'll be suicidal. They're in stiff competition this generation. It's not gonna happen. Now the VR, I think it's gonna be priced as the Series S. No more than $300. Because what the Oculus is what, $299?
No, it's $399. Remember, they just went up.
The
Where you
Oculus is
been?
$299 now?
Where you been?
I didn't know that.
They went up August 1st. That's why I brought this up. August 1st, it was $299. If it was $299, it went to $399. If it was $399, it went to $499.
I should have bought one earlier. Shoot, my mom got one.
Right. I didn't know that. So they probably will price it the same. Whatever the Oculus is, they're gonna put it at the same price. No doubt about that. So it'll be competing with that for sure. Yeah. That's my 2 cents about it.
Is that what you think? What about you, Sir Rich?
I think they looking at how people is buying the stuff from the scalpers and thinking they could raise the price and get away with it.
Point.
And what do you think in conjunction with that, with the PSVR? PS2, PSVR2. I hate that way, whatever they call it. PSVR2.
The Sony VR system.
Yeah.
Let's pull that up.
They gon' rate. They trying to make money now. They trying to get something for something. They trying to. I don't know why they gain. I don't know why. I think they trying to be innovative, but they really just forcing a narrative that I don't think people are ready to take on. Because VR is cool, but I don't think everybody gonna pay the same amount for a VR system as they would as a console, especially when the VR is standalone. Well, the Oculus is at least. I don't know about this. Do you have to have a PlayStation to use this VR system?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But the Oculus is standalone, so
Right. And
I don't
that's
see
at,
people buying
you
this.
say $399?
and Adric has one. Adric says he plays boxing games on it. Go
He
ahead.
said it's collecting dust though.
Yes, it
Hey, get that
I
exercise.
think-
I might want that for the exercise though. Shoot, that sounds dope.
I think
It
all
is
of it.
cool. It is cool. The Oculus is cool.
Yeah, but you're not limited, like you said, to one device, so that makes it more worth it than this thing.
Hey, you could just throw your Oculus in a bag and that's all you need. Like you straight.
What
I
about you,
want one.
Megan?
I don't think they're going to raise the price. I don't think any video game company is going to raise the price of their consoles. And as for the PlayStation VR 2, I don't think it'll be like something like $399 because the PlayStation 5 digital version is $399 if I'm not mistaken. So for me, I think it'll be around $299 to $349.
Is that what you
And
think?
yeah.
Okay.
That might be comfortable for it.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that's what all you guys think. So let's get a price right now. Everybody guessing, and we'll see who's right.
$399.
Lady Jazz, $399 for the PSVR 2.
Yep.
Okay, Mega, you said yours. Double. What do you think?
I say $399.
Okay. Sir Rich.
Oh, the price of I don't know. PlayStation can be greedy sometimes.
Exactly. So I want everybody to make sure.
$499.
I want everyone to give me a price because
Oh, I don't know. Because I'm the first person that said $499. That was the first thing that popped in my head. Like, I don't want to say that, but I can see them. I can see it in my head them doing that.
okay.
And
So
then they can always draw it back because you go high first, and then you can always draw it back. But if you go at the price, be like, nah, you go high, and then if the public get too mad, you draw it back, and you draw it back until they pay for it.
is that what you just said?
They already bogus enough.
I guess Meta didn't get that memo
Bogus.
because Meta went down. Now they went up. So I guess they didn't get your memo.
Oh wow.
That's the whole point. Now let me give my to some degree. I look at it this way. One, I think in this climate, it will be suicidal for either Microsoft or Sony to raise the price of the series, the series and the PS5. But I think that if they did, Microsoft would lower the price of the Series S. Now, Sony is doing things that I feel as though is suicidal. So if they don't raise the price of the PS5, they will raise that price of the PSVR 2. That's all new electronics. Somebody got to pay for that research and development. Sony bought all these studios and they still on a buying spree. I keep trying to explain to people that Sony can't keep buying game development companies, research development, and not have a loss on not in this day and age. They can't. They don't have the bandwidth. They're going to have to borrow. Borrowing is expensive. We are in inflation. We're in a recession. We're headed toward a recession. So I feel that Sony will $499 for that PSVR 2. That's the price I think it's. And I'll be pleasantly surprised if it's cheaper. The reason why I said it'd be $499 is based off the fact that if they don't raise the price of the PS5, they got to make the money somewhere.
So you think the PlayStation PS5 gonna remain, but the VR gonna spike?
That's what I think they're going to do to cover raising the price of the PlayStation 5.
RTB said, "Who makes the chips?"
You know what? For whom?
True. That's another point. Who? Because Xbox, they got a
no. Who makes the chips? You mean who manufactures chips? Is different. Who manufactures? Let me say this.
True.
It's who manufactures the chip is different from who designs the chip.
Mm-hmm.
AMD designs the chip. Who manufactures is
Sony making chips.
China.
Is that what you're saying?
They all made in what's that company? The semiconductor. They're making a lot of money, but TMC is it TSMC? No, it's TSMC. TMC is the one who manufactures the chips. I think a lot of people don't understand that AMD designs. They send them to be manufactured by TSM's right at the chip manufacturing. So all of them are
They
raising
don't share the
prices.
same manufacturer.
Excuse me?
They don't share the same manufacturer as
Yeah, they do.
Microsoft.
Yes, I
Yeah,
think
they
no,
do.
they
I'm
all
looking up
no, no.
AMD.
AMD,
AMD.
no,
Is
AMD designed the chip.
AMD
who are they?
design.
Because I'm putting who manufactures. I'm looking
No,
up these
who
manufacturers.
no, manufacturer is TSMC.
TSSC. I'm just saying they both use AMD.
No.
That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. AMD
Yeah.
designs the chip. TSMC is the company, a firm who actually manufactures in the chip factory. You can say all that, but TSMC designs the chip. I mean, manufactures the chip.
Yeah, man.
Right. Look it up. Look it up. And that's who Apple uses. That's who everybody uses.
Because almost everybody using AMD. That's why I had to buy stock in AMD. I was like, ooh, AMD is snapping. AMD is everywhere. But you said TX. Well, I just saw
No,
it.
no. TSMC.
Yeah, that's what I just saw. TSMC on this article.
TSMC is the one. And everybody uses TSMC because I think if you go to the
Good.
chips, the Xbox is on 7 nanometer chip, and so is the Sony, and they're trying to move to 6 nanometer, I think.
Yeah,
And Apple's on 5 nanometer. So that's what I'm saying.
That's why Xbox Microsoft cut that deal with them, because they use them for their PCs as well. So it was wise for them to cut a deal with a manufacturer for different product. You know what I'm saying?
I have a question about that. If it was that company, then what does like Foxconn do? Because
Foxconn is who manufactures the Xboxes, or they manufacture the parts.
Motherboards and stuff.
No, they manufacture the parts and put everything together. Does that make sense?
Phones.
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
That's assembly.
Yep.
Foxconn
Yes.
is assembly.
The Chinese
Right.
assembly and
Foxconn does like everything. That they do Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony.
They do everybody.
Yeah.
But that's a Chinese company. That TMC.
No, TMC is Taiwanese,
This time, okay.
which is part of China.
Which is part of China.
Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited.
Why are y'all questioning me? And I just told y'all what it was.
Yeah, you did. I didn't say nothing. I was like,
I was just wondering what
I'm giving Lady Jazz. I'm giving Lady Jazz a hard time.
Oh, I was just reading the acronym so everybody knew what the letter stood for. I got you.
Sony does use a bigger wafer though. That's a bigger wafer.
Okay, so with that chip that is throttling back and forth, that's why they're having all the issues with the design. But we're going too far on the technical side, which is going to tell people they're not going to want to be interested.
To be continued.
They may be.
To be continued. To be continued. To be continued. So you guys think that Sony will not raise the price overall? The overall opinion. Overall opinion is that you guys do not think PS5 will go down. I mean, will stay. The price will stay the same, and then the PSVR will come out whatever price. I agree that the price of the PS5 may not go down. I mean, may not go up, but the PSVR is going to be heck of an expensive product.
It's going to be the price of a new console.
More, actually.
Yeah.
I actually believe it can be at least $399. I mean, $400, $499. I still think they're going to do that.
Console with 2 controllers in a game.
But it's got to be standalone. If they're doing that, it's got to be standalone. It can't no way be you have to have a PS5 to use this device.
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
That would be. They have to do it because they don't have no like network. The console is their network, which sucks.
Now, technically speaking, and I'm saying technically, once PlayStation starts porting all over their games to the PC, then they may release a software update to allow you to do it. But at this point in time, they're trying to get you to buy it for the PS5.
Consoles. Yeah, they want the console numbers up because Xbox is too close in America. And they fear the speed that people are buying them in Japan. They don't want Xbox to be in any home in Japan. Y'all
So,
too many already.
so in that vein, will Microsoft follow suit?
Nope.
You say no.
Nope.
Why? Y'all
Mic-
giving me these one-word
Mic-
answers. I need some
Microsoft,
good.
The
Microsoft,
explanation.
Yeah, I
The
need y'all. Don't
explanation.
tell me yes or no. Tell
Microsoft
me
is
your.
heading in.
Tell
Microsoft is
me.
heading in. We got our own thing.
They know
No,
they're
I
gonna be all
asked you to
right.
give me. I asked you to give me thought as to why.
He's saying go into detail why you
Give
think
me a
that.
little detail as to why you think that. What makes you come to this conclusion?
Because they're trying to get their user base back that they lost from last generation.
Why you spitting
They want
bars
their
like
people back.
he's suffering succotash.
And they're gonna take some of Sony's some of Sony's fans. So they're coming back.
Slow down. So you're saying that they want to keep the price the same, and they're not going to raise price because they want to get their fan base back and get the
They want
saturation.
that's right.
Okay. What about you, Lady Jazz?
I don't see them doing it. If
Even with
anything,
inflation? Even with inflation?
I'm thinking optimistically.
I'm about to be really, really, really good on this because I'm gonna get somebody back from a couple of weeks ago, and I'm getting somebody back. We had a discussion, so I'm gonna bring this topic up. But go ahead, Lady Jazz.
Yeah, I'm thinking optimistically. I'm going to say no, and that's just me being a hopeful Microsoft fan. I've known them dropping prices in the past, but like you said, we're heading toward a recession, so I could be wrong. And all
Okay.
things considered, thinking as well about the Game Pass. So it's like, hopefully, they're trying to like even out. So I don't know. I don't see it, but I could be wrong.
Okay. What about you, Megan?
Well, I already said like nobody's going to raise the price, even with inflation, because having like having a higher price to a console that's already like a luxury to get for many people is going to lead to pretty low sales. And
But you already said it's a luxury, so that implies it's a luxury. Everyone doesn't have it. So you answering your own question by calling it a luxury.
oh, okay.
So
So
elaborate on that.
oh well, anyway, I was about to say if it well I was about to say because that would lead to low sales. And oh, okay.
I think they fine right where they at.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Right where they
Mm-hmm.
at. Got the Series S.
You didn't already. I'm gonna say you didn't already seen the Xbox S increase in price. Y'all didn't see it, but I saw it
Yeah, I
because I
saw
didn't
it
have
too.
one.
Yep.
It was $250. Then it became $300. It's already increased in price, so they're gonna increase the price again. Especially the Xbox X. They have the chips, and the chip market isn't exactly streamlined right now. They can and the inflation on top of that. And plus,
Because
how many they already sold? They already sold X amount of Xboxes. So these people may not want it. And then if they push out an article saying that the Xbox X is going up in price, more people may buy, and then people who just lost out just gonna have to pay extra price.
I don't see it. I just
I've
don't
already
see it.
seen it increase in price.
But see,
Like, that's what I'm saying.
that's part of why I don't think I'm being, like I said, I'm being optimistic. I don't think it'll happen
That was
because they
2
already
years
did
ago.
it. But yeah, like I said, I could be wrong. This is just
Or a year ago.
me
That was like a
thinking
year ago now.
me thinking optimistically.
Realistically, I think they're going to increase the price. One. He over here
I,
muted himself. Look at it.
I just don't see it.
Here was the
Why don't you see it? You didn't even believe they increased the price after after I said they increased the price of the one with the controller, because the one without the controller was still $250. But you want a controller? That's $300.
So it's 15 years since the standard price of a game saw increase. Cost of development of games, blah 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 blah. Let's see. Shit, they better not increase our game prices.
They bundling it with Fortnite and Rocket League.
Yay.
Here's 2 free games.
Trap.
We'll buy a controller.
It's trap. Well, Mike, what you think?
One, you muted.
What you think?
He said he'll be right back.
Oh,
I didn't even hear that.
me neither.
I wanna get what he thinks.
What about the raise hike for the Xbox?
Yeah.
Why don't you think it'll go increase? What make you think? Why?
Because they just started getting their user base back. They just started getting it back.
In America, they dang near tied with PlayStation. Dang near tied, but they both 7 million something. Both. That's 7 million something sales. Why wouldn't they increase now?
The backlash.
I was about to say, do you really like
Microsoft? Then it would hurt Sony. That's what I think.
I'm probably not really like getting this, but do you really think in like a Microsoft ad, Microsoft will be like Xbox Series X now $59.99? That's pretty much anti-advertising.
No, because they got the corner market of the chips. So, and PlayStation has still a backlog. I think they may capitalize on something like that. It may not be a super price increase. It only may be like $50 a system, but you sell another 1 million systems, you know. Because look at the price of the expansion card. Why hasn't that calmed down? If they really want to have people playing their games, because that would help a lot if they came down on those expansion cards.
Well, let me tell you how they can raise the price. And what's the easiest way for them to raise the price? And everybody would say, okay, no problem.
Go ahead.
Hello?
We listening.
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, we
You
hear
left
you.
us in suspense. You like, let me tell you how I'm gonna do this.
How you gonna
Okay.
do it?
Like, what the
You do what is not making money for them? What hasn't made money for them? To their expectations this quarter.
that I
What
don't.
has
But
it
the
made
Yes, you do.
rewards?
Yes.
What do you mean,
Yes.
what has it made money?
Rewards?
No. Horizon Zero, Horizon
yeah.
Horizon West,
Oh yeah.
Gran
Oh.
Turismo, and what's the other game? So what if they bundle all 3 of them games digitally,
Man, I
right?
wish that-
Mm.
And if they do it as a digital and raise the price to $650 or $600, the games cost $70. They're in your mind, okay, I'm paying $70 a game. That's $210 if I buy 3 games, right? So if they raise the price and give it to you digitally, and these people go out and buy it, do they not think it's a deal? Plus, if they give you right, and they give you a free month of PlayStation Premium, you can download the actual game and play it for free. So it's all about perception that you're getting something, but you're paying more. You see my point? Because they already lost money on those games. The games have been out a year. So if you add the games to there, how is it not the average consumer is going to say what?
What? You want to say
The
something?
average consumer.
I actually
Look, they
no,
already.
I actually get what you're saying here, because they could get away with the price increase by bundling
Exactly.
games.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else does it. When
It'll
you
be
when
a
you
sneak bundle.
it'll be a
surprise,
it'll be a sneak bundle, and
Yeah.
they'll get away with
Yeah.
it real smooth, and you will not think that, hey, Sony's getting over me or it's a price increase. But if they did all of them like that and say,
all the Horizon Ford West has been sitting in the warehouses, put them in the box. We good.
and no, you give them digital. They may not even download it. Yeah, you're not losing any
Ain't no
money.
disc no more.
If no this, everything is digital. You give them Horizon Forbidden West, you give them
You can give
Gran
anybody any
Turismo.
game you want.
Exactly.
And then take it away.
And take it away. and didn't give them a free month.
in
So
like 5 years. Because did y'all see the other thing about PS4? They already getting hints that they about to end the lifeline of the PS4.
no, that happened today.
Yeah, I know. That's what
Yeah,
it
that-
actually confirmed. Because I
Yeah,
was
it's
looking at it all
confirmed.
day waiting for it to be confirmed, but I didn't see the
No.
confirmation.
Wait,
it's-
wait, hold on. When's
What is that
PlayStation 4
break?
getting discontinued?
It came out
When is
today.
that break?
That was today.
Yeah, okay. So it starts to get discontinued
that's
today.
soon?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Because I was looking for that news all day, but I kept seeing it. They was hearing rumors, but I didn't see the confirmation article.
That's bold.
So remember we were talking, and this goes in with these price increases, and you guys, did you follow Sony announcement of their profits and loss last week? And I do remember having a conversation with some of you guys telling me that inflation had no impact on gaming, right?
I didn't say that.
And one of you said it, but I'm not
I
going to
didn't
name
say
it.
it.
Somebody implied. Okay, they didn't say it. They didn't say it. They said okay, somebody implied that gaming was resilient. And I'm telling everyone, go back and listen. I'm telling everyone that, hey, when inflation hits, people pockets get tighter.
Mhm.
And that's what's happening. And that's why Sony had to readjust their numbers.
Yep. Now they focusing on this PS5 because they didn't do what Xbox did and made a smaller system to where they can recoup some kind of wins. But hey, because Xbox is smart. Everybody who buying the S is upgrading to an X because they want that X extra power. Well, not everybody, but a good percentage. Let me put it that way. A good percentage. So you're getting double the sales because you got two systems.
Well, they can get a cheaper price. It's cheaper to manufacture.
That too. And when you get an S, you do want to upgrade to an X. Like seriously, you do want to like see what you're missing out on. But I know.
Well, probably in FP. I mean, not frames per second.
It's
but
definitely
not,
frames per second. That's
it's
all I
not
wanted for.
right
I
because
don't.
a lot of right. If you got I wouldn't buy an S if I have an HD TV, 4K TV.
No, I got a
Unless I'm
1080.
gonna-
I don't have anything.
Right, right.
So I was like, I don't have TV for it, so I'm chilling.
Good thing for now.
And because of that extra frame rate, because if you got a 4K TV with that extra frame rate, you think For Honor look good now? No, that mess is lovely.
The HDR on the Series S is great.
Until you see the X. Until you see the X.
I like
until you see the X. Because it's like double that. Whatever you have is a bigger processor.
Okay.
I love them both.
So
Yeah, I
Microsoft
just like the option.
So Microsoft is not going to do it next because they got the double two-prong approach where the Series S is the low end, taking care of that, and it's at a cheap, affordable price. And the Series X is at the more expensive price, as Mega said, a luxury price. Correct? So they're not going to raise prices. I don't think they're going to raise price. And even if I don't think they'll raise prices based off of, I think they have the wherewithal to take a loss on the Xbox. Because overall, that company they put 16 billion in the bank last quarter. That's after all their expenses. So when you put 16 billion in the bank after all your expenses, that's saying something. So the likes of them and Apple and Google, those type of companies can put that much money in the bank.
It's a lot of bread.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bread.
Speculation. Since we all subscribe to Game Pass, do you think they're going to head for a price increase?
It's kind of worrisome with this family pricing they doing now.
Well, they just started. They're testing it. They're testing it in Ireland, I think. And isn't that the rumor?
You said what?
It's a rumor.
Is it? I thought it was
that's
article. I thought that was.
No, swear. I
Well,
thought.
let's give the credit. I think Windows Central said it that it's either it is tested. It's not a rumor. It is done.
I think it
It's
is.
just in a test. It's in a test grouping. I think. Yeah, starts testing on a Game Pass family. Yeah, it's testing. $25 a month. But I don't know the particulars of that $25. Let me see.
If it
This
was
is
two
Games
people,
Radar.
if it was 2 to 3 people a month, I think that would be a steal. 3 people would be a steal. I think a lot of people are cheap and saying, well, they should do a family plan with 5 people and $30 a month. I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't. No, people want things for too cheap.
$25, 3 people. That's fine.
Yeah, I think that,
That's
and they're giving it away with that. So
that's fine.
They
They're gonna
keep
make you
saying
bread.
25, 25, 25 in this article, but they don't have any particulars like you can share between 3 Xboxes or 4 Xboxes. You can only do 2 Xboxes right now. If I can game share, if I get the family plan and then I could game share with that person,
what do you mean?
are you
Step back. What do
crazy?
you mean? Step back. What do you mean? You said you only got 2. What do you mean by that?
You can only
Define
game share like with 2 people.
when you
You can
say
only game
okay.
share
So
2 consoles.
elaborate. You got people listening to you. Elaborate
I
what you
know. I
mean
was saying, you only got 2 consoles that you can game share, which means you can share all the data of the
on your
game,
console, and then
and
somebody
then
else could
somebody
be
else.
on another
Yeah,
console. Okay.
yeah. So, but if you can, the $25 a month allow you to do like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 people, and then all y'all have access to everything that everyone has access on those consoles. I would think it would be worth the $25.
Yes, it would. That's checkmate.
Because then that'll be more economical for the recession.
Yep.
Because then everybody can chip in, and 4 people gonna buy more than a struggling 2 or struggling 3. So,
Checkmate.
but it
Well, I
depends on
think,
the particulars of it.
like I said, if it's three, I think 3 is enough for $25. I think if gamers
Yeah.
are being that penny pinching and say, well, that's too much money for $25 a month, I tell you, you're lying.
No,
I
not
think that
between
would
3
be
people. What's that?
no,
$7 a
people.
person, if that.
Yeah, if that.
That's fair.
So, what would you think, Lady Jazz, would be a fair price?
$20. I don't know.
Well, a family plan though, like think about like a family plan, like people they got like 4 consoles in the house, 3 consoles in the house.
That's
Is
right.
the one said.
Yeah.
2 to 3 kids.
Then yeah, in that case, yeah, I can see 25 being fair.
And generally,
Keyword fair.
most people have these consoles because it's like now, like you got 2 S's and then you buy an X, and you want to have all those connected at all times.
We'll have to wait and
So,
see.
yeah.
But I think, if in my opinion, humble opinion, that is, it would be okay if they did it for $30 a month, $35 a month for 4 people. But I don't want people to get to a point of saying they should get everything free.
No, the
No.
developers
ain't
got to
gonna
make some
happen.
kind of money. They got to
Right.
make some kind of money because they paying developers out to be a part of Game Pass. The cost got to come from somewhere. The money got to come
Okay.
from somewhere to pass it on.
Okay, so
How many subscribers they standing on right now? Is it past 30 million yet?
yeah, it's definitely passed. They were at 25, last 25.6 or something in January. So the assumption would be they're at least they should be over the cusp, right at the cusp of 30 or a little bit more.
Yeah, because that was in January
You're right. 2022. So they were
25 million January 18th. So yeah,
right.
and they haven't came out. The quarterly is at the end of August, I think. So we should see maybe September when these numbers come out because we almost at the end of Q2.
Yeah, who in the Q2?
Just the second quarter.
You mean the
Before
the second quarter? I thought you meant business of companies like Microsoft. I know they just went in. This is their
No,
new
just
quarter.
like quarterly.
Oh, you
like
talking about regular
overall.
quarter?
Mm-hmm. Every
Mhm.
what 3 months, 4
Yeah.
months. Yeah.
Well, yeah, end of
So-
August is this the end of this month will be the last of the second
Yeah, and
quarter.
then we go into the third quarter. So
No, we in the third quarter. I stand corrected.
oh
This
yeah,
third
we are. This is third
Right.
quarter, so we
Yeah,
go to
this
fourth
third
quarter.
quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
this
was ringing in
beginning
your
of the
head. You said
oh
2, you
yeah.
meant 3.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I'm hearing you like, no, this is
Like, no,
3.
you
Okay.
you right on
Yeah.
the quarters, but you got the
Yeah.
wrong number.
Well,
Already
what's
going
that?
into quarter four. And the last home stretch.
And what do you guys think about 10 cents handheld?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
You know,
Did you hear that it was going to be, or it's may be compatible with Game Pass?
I did not.
yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
I
Nigga
heard.
got excited right there. He was like, "Oh, okay." Became more interesting.
If it has Game Pass, then it might be worth it.
Well, it's a rumor. I think the article said it's
That would
Game
be
Pass.
crazy. Getting all them
Yeah,
10 cents games with Game Pass on a portable console or cloud.
Game Pass and Nvidia Shield.
That'd be crazy. They really trying to do something inventive. Switch busted the doors open. That's all
But
Switch
wait,
fault.
there's more.
Because Switch is Nintendo been on the handheld game forever. Now people are actually starting to have the technology to compete with them. Now that we got
Yeah,
tablets
but
and stuff out here, it's enough companies that can
the
compete.
Switch need Game Pass.
Why would
Switch
the
need
Switch?
Game Pass
They got
bad.
their Nintendo Pass. You get all the old school
Not to
stuff.
say, yeah, because I seen on
They don't really
Service this
need.
thing. He got
Well,
a
they
whole
don't really
bunch of
need Game
games.
Pass. Why? Because they got like exclusives.
Exactly. They in their
Hey,
niche crowd.
what?
They in their
Say
niche
what?
crowd. They got Pokemon and all this. They just need to. If they reinvent Pokemon, I bet you Nintendo be back on the map. Because they got they particular games that people like. People love Mario Golf. People love the Mario Kart. It's
Yes,
just it's getting stale. So
I guess I'm not one of them because I can't get into Pokemon. I can't get into Animal Crossing, and I can't get into any of that.
man, I've been a
'Cause it's
Nintendo
not,
fan
it's not
since
for you.
Zelda. As long as they
Excuse
put
me?
a Zelda out, I'm getting it.
That's
And
the
they
only
finna go
game.
cool. And they finna go cool. Real quick. They coming out messing with a mod for that.
Not for you, buddy.
He said it's tough for me.
I said it's not for you, buddy.
You got that right. And I'm not mad at it not being for me. I'm happy it's not for me.
Like I will stay in
Somebody
my
else got
lane.
it.
I'll be over here. Y'all enjoying it? I love it. You
I'm
like
gonna
it? I
stay,
love
like you say, yeah, I'm gonna stay in
it.
my lane. Stay in my lane 100%.
Like I want to listen to my music. I'm gonna just sit here and chill in the middle lane. Y'all go ahead and go speed by.
Ain't your thing.
No,
Let's
man.
And then we had some people. I'm just bouncing around issues because we got so behind with our technical difficulties. And
That's all
Kat,
good.
if
We
you're
coasting
still
now.
there, please, 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 please like and subscribe. We're
Yeah.
trying to get 100 by October. We're only at 30 something, so we need a lot of subscribers. So like and subscribe.
Yeah, we trying to hit some kind of goals.
Yeah.
We gotta have goals so we can focus on getting better content to y'all.
And also, 10 Cent's been all in the news because the next rumor about 10 Cent is that they were in process of buying more Ubisoft stock.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, I've heard about
Not
that.
good.
They
That's
only
not
bought
good.
like what 5%.
That's a big chunk for a company just to just randomly buy.
Yeah, I mean it's a big chunk, but 5%.
Well, it's buying season anyway, with all these stocks being down. It's a good time to buy stock.
Very true.
So big companies like 10 Cent, they buying companies, but
They love money this week.
What he over here whispering about?
Oh, nothing.
Weirdo. Whispering in people's ears. Just running on a train, whispering in people's ears. That's weird.
Well, go ahead, the one. We listen.
no, I was just saying that was one of the next. Found it kind of funny that they bought into Ubisoft, and everything was just going rampant. That was going to be the next company that was bought. Ubisoft was going to get bought by 10 Cent, but I think a lot of people didn't understand what's that Gilliam family that owns the majority of stock in that company or owns a considerable amount of stock in Ubisoft.
Are they Canadian?
French.
Oh, they French. They French.
Yeah,
French.
Guillemot, whatever
European
Are they
French.
French
There's a
Canadian?
difference,
Because they could
double.
be French Canadian.
Well, yeah. Are they French Canadian?
Ho, ho, ho.
I said French.
They
I
have
didn't say French Canadian. I said French. And if
Yeah,
they
they
were
are French. They are.
they do have
yeah,
development teams in Quebec, which is a
right,
Yeah, they
Canadian
do.
French
That's what I was.
territory.
Well,
But their
it's not a
roots,
French. Their roots are from. They're still part of Canada. They do
mhm.
fight in that. Yes, that is very true. But they're part of Canada. They
yeah.
have
But I was about to say, like, the original roots of Ubisoft is France, which is in
right.
Europe. Yeah.
Ooh, we did geography too. Double your private education paid off. I see.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I know
Proud
my
daddy.
territories. I know my
Yeah,
Yeah,
territories.
he
I
know
know.
his
So he's
territory.
smart.
I know. Give me a map. Give me a map.
That's education, huh?
That's your education. I'm proud of your monies.
Hey, that's a good thing to get teased about. Don't take it personal.
Yeah, you so smart.
Be intelligent.
Yeah, he's so intelligent.
Thank
So
you.
speaking of intelligent, what do y'all think about this guy playing Diablo and spending $100,000?
He's a whale.
Level.
He is a whale. He's been a whale. He has a YouTube, and they were seeing how much everybody who has, he literally had a YouTube tracking the whole thing. So if you go to his YouTube channel, he's tracking his whole journey through
Let me
that.
pull that up.
Like him buying spending all that money, because everybody was like, ain't no way. They didn't believe how much money it would take to be like a really powerful level. And the fact that he got so powerful that he broke the game.
And he didn't break. Yeah, right. He can't play with anybody.
Yeah, he broke the game.
Oh, wait a minute. He broke the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
He can't, whenever he go to matchmaking, he can't
Look,
get no
look.
party.
Here it
'cause he
is.
too high level. He broke the game.
His power level is so high that they literally cannot. Stupid button. Cannot get a battleground.
Broke the game. That's matchmaking.
Jigsaw
That's
business.
online. That's the online matchmaking, the PvP, the battleground.
Wow.
What's going on, guys? This is
So he spent
$100,000
on this, and he been talking to this, trying to get something going. But
solved. I mean, it's
nah.
gonna take me right there, right? So
But he's a
let's
whale.
follow there.
If you don't know what a
Whatever I
whale
was
is, a
getting
whale
at.
is somebody who spends a lot of money on the
Nonsense.
microtransactions to get very powerful. So they have a lot of liquid cash, usually like a streamer or just some rich random person. But generally, they like him. He did it as like a test. So because he's a creator, he has the ability and the funds to just spend money on this to make content. He makes the money back through his content, but at the same
That's
time,
what he's
it's
doing. But
ridiculous that you should have to spend that much money.
hey, Lady Jazz, how many views did he get on that?
Let me see if I can.
He got like I think he had like 1.7 maybe.
I'm gonna
million
open this up
subscribers?
in YouTube.
Yeah, I mean like watch views. I don't know how many subscribers. I think he had like a 1.3.
So he
in
technically
there. He up there though.
My point I'm trying to get to is that
Let me see.
like
Get the actual number on him though. I might be off. I'm pretty sure I'm off. What's his name? Should I? Go to YouTube.
This idiot.
I'm getting
broke.
the number. He's
But
at
anyway.
154K. Yeah, I was way off. I was
Oh,
watching
he only
somebody else. But he had 154K subscribers, so he makes a decent amount. This video alone has 224K. So yeah, he's medium. Let's say he's a medium creator.
Medium.
I wouldn't have spent that much money on that, but
Heck
you
no.
said somebody said he's a whale. I say it's not nice to call somebody a fool, but I'm not
He
gonna
a
call
whale.
him a
That's
fool.
what they call anybody who's
I know.
Because it sounds
Right, I know.
nicer than fool.
No, it ain't my cup of tea. If I had $100,000, I know a ton of better things I was spending on.
But the whale term really comes from like cybersecurity. When people do phishing attacks, they go after what they call the whale.
The big
Whale
ones.
is what you call the big kahuna. So you go after the most powerful one. So it's like the one you get all the information from. in this sense, the gamer. He got a lot of money. So like he said, he's going to spend a lot of money.
Yep.
And he spent a lot of money.
And this is the people that they look for too when they release a game made like designed like
yes. It wouldn't be me, that's all I can say.
Heck no. I thought it was ridiculous that people were still in 1,000, 2,000 on it. I was like, man. And then he just kept going. He was at 25K and just kept going. He was like, I'm gonna keep going until I get top geared. And he just kept spending money. I was what?
Oh, wait.
And they call it investing.
I had an article that said they had 100 million in revenue. It's 140.
Yeah, they did.
It's
They
100.
did.
It's 140 million in revenue.
Yeah,
not 100.
Yeah. And they got like 30 million downloads. I think they're at. So it's a successful game even without the microtransactions. But they really getting the money.
It's a good game.
Shit.
I played it on the Chromebook.
Man, don't say that, man.
You and that
play
Chrome.
Diablo.
He said, "Don't let him at NFTs."
Yeah, they 30 million players. I was right. Yep, 30 million. So imagine if like
oh wow,
1 million of them were whales.
Shit, Pokemon
or 50K of them was whales. It's probably more like 10,000 of them are whales. Because if you got 10,000 people spending like 25, 50K, 25 in the range, I'm just saying the range. If you had at least 10,000 people spending that amount of money out of the 30 million people that downloaded the game, which I'm sure there's somewhere in there, that's going to change the landscape of gaming. That's going to change everything to microtransactions. My biggest fear is coming to reality. Everything is going to have microtransactions in it. It's going to take you forever to play a game. Destiny is the model people are willing to grind.
And Pokemon Go passed 100 million in microtransaction. It says just after 2 weeks.
How much did they spend after 2 weeks? How much?
100 million in they passed 100 million in microtransactions revenue in just 2 weeks. While Fire Emblem Heroes needed 10 weeks to reach 100 million in player spending.
Does that sound like
reading that right, Diablo? Following Hearthstone, which has been big time moneymaker, parent company Activision launched Call of Duty Mobile in 2000. It has 1.5 billion in microtransactions in Hearthstone.
Billion, yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Jeez.
Let me ask you a question. That's a free game.
Yes.
So when you have
I've been playing it for like 7-8 years.
That's not
10 years.
That's not what that's not
I'm just saying I have expertise in it.
Go ahead.
I'm not hating on your expertise. I hope your wallet ain't expert, but anyway.
I have not spent any money on it. 2014. Okay. It came out in 2014.
Okay. All I'm saying is that these games that you guys, most of them games are free to play. So they got to make that money up. Now I don't agree with, and I'm not saying you.
I know. I'm just putting it up.
But if you are playing the game that's free, and this may sound, I have no problem with them. May not be right. I have no problem with, as long as the game is, I have no problem with Activision or anyone who makes a game, as long as they can have as many microtransactions they want, as long as it doesn't affect the gameplay. I've been a player of Call of Duty ever since it came out, and I'm still haven't bought any guns or anything else. If I can't earn it for free, I ain't paying for it.
Well, we old school, but
But my point I'm making is, and no, there has to be some level of restraint in everything that you do. You see your friend smoke, do you smoke? I don't smoke. I don't have a problem. People don't smoke with that smoke. None of my business, nor do I care, but I'm not spending 20, 30, 40, right. I'm exactly. I'm not spending 30, 40, $50 on cigarettes either.
They been spending too much.
I'm rereading this. I didn't realize it was the Call of Duty mobile that made 1.5 billion. I ain't never spending that much, first of all. But second, on a mobile game, I'm sorry, continue your point.
But my point is, the casuals, but think about it. if they had an outfit or a gun on the mobile app, and you paying $1 for a gun, you remember that little dot in Call of Duty that they were charging
the
with five?
reticle.
Yeah, the
No.
reticle.
Not get me
Yeah,
started
with
on
the
that,
two
man.
fingers.
Yeah, but I'm
and the
not
smiley
going there.
face.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is,
Continue.
I'm just saying from the fact that you have people playing these games, and a lot of these games, specifically the mobile apps, the games are they're free, and you got to recoup your money somewhere. Let's think in a business perspective. And if you have 100 million people playing, and 10 to 15 million people a week buy 2 or 3, 4 things that cost under $10, they're gonna make that money.
Yeah, they are gonna make that money.
Freaking ridiculous.
That's why they want these. That's why these corporations are going towards these microtransactions like this.
Because people will spend it.
You go upset the minority, but the majority gonna want to be in the fight.
And they fill in their pockets meanwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it is what it is. It doesn't hurt me because I can care less.
It's gonna hurt us to the point to where if we don't play together and get in some, we gonna have to play everything together, man. Because it's gonna start being some whales, and it's gonna be annoying central. Because Call of Duty say it's not pay to win, but you get certain, like you say, the reticle that helps show accuracy. It's just
no, I never bought it though. I never bought the reticle.
No, I'm just saying, like, things that you used to be able to unlock from just playing the game,
right,
instead of just buying them. And there's no way to earn it. The only way you could get that feature is if you buy it. That something should be done about that. That is ridiculous.
It didn't make me jealous. I can tell you that. It sat there. As I always tell people, it'll sit there. That's my claim.
No, because I'm gonna just get better in different ways. That's how I
but
look
my
at it.
point is that it's not even something that I'm gonna waste my time on. I'll say it and I'll say it again. It'll sit there. So that being said,
I mean, I think Ubisoft does good with Assassin's Creed. I mean, you can get 80 hours in that game easily.
No, they don't. No. Nope.
Let's
That
say
last one
this.
that came out. The last one that came out with the microtransaction, the one with all from the Greece one, not the one after Origins. Odyssey. That was microtransaction to hell. And you played it after they played it after update.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I can confirm that with.
Hold on, guys. Everybody,
people talk to me once.
Right? That double talk.
Take turns.
No, I'm just saying you still have a great time playing it. I know it's microtransactions to death, but hell, I still finish the game, play it, have a great time. I got 80 hours in the game.
Okay, how spaced out did you play that? How frustrated did you get where you had to take breaks?
Never. I played the heck out of those games. You know that.
So you beat it in within a month or 2 months of first playing.
Yeah. Yep. But no problem.
I'm gonna look at your achievements and I'm gonna see.
And they gave you a bunch of stuff.
He offline.
Look at your achievements and see.
Hey, you gonna look at his achievements and see?
Let's not go there.
Hold on. No, I'm gonna be Cuddy. I'm going for double since I got a good joke for double. You know I'm going to you for this one double. You said you're gonna look at his achievements.
Yeah, let's look at his achievements.
It was on his old account.
No.
Low blow. You hit him with the salt knife.
Yeah, I hit him with the double knife.
It's gonna burn after I leave. Salty knife.
Stop, he got quiet.
Yeah, that was deep. That was a deep cut, and it had salt in it. That was salt.
You suck.
I've been carrying this knife in the ocean with me for the last 3 weeks. Let me cut you with it. Man,
that was good, double. That was good.
It's only a game. Golly. Why is you have to be mad? If y'all don't know the reference, y'all need to go look up AT Aliens on Outcast. Y'all might not.
But I'm still salty at double because he's so high in Monster Hunter, and I was still looking for somebody to play with. Never found anybody. But I was
looking for people to play with Monster Hunter too. Everybody, all of us play Monster Hunter, but none of us play.
None of us play together.
Except for me and Jazz, we play together.
Yeah, I know y'all play together.
All the rest of y'all, I'll blame the rest of y'all. We need to coordinate that.
Well, first of all, I didn't even start on World, so
Shame.
World is fun.
No,
I'm
I'm
more
just kidding.
I'm more for
You want
Rise.
hardcore? You want to be hardcore and go to the hardcore version? Because
Hey,
that
Jazz,
original version of Monster Hunter was ridiculous.
Yes.
pull up the big article we're going to discuss so we can get out
Which
of here.
one?
Microsoft, Sony, Activision. Where Sony, I'm being cutty about this.
Here he
Sony
goes.
went
Cut
Neither
behind.
of these.
Yeah, Sony went behind Microsoft back and went to the Brazilian version of the FTC,
Yeah, the FCC.
the Brazilian version of the FTC,
Yeah.
and said
Why
that they
Sony
should.
worry about what Microsoft gonna do with their money? Mind your business. I'm sorry. I was being.
Did you see Lady Jazz? Did you see the article where
let me
it was
pull
a
together.
certain point that they made that they said it was? I'm trying to pull it up too, but they were like, nobody can duplicate Call of Duty,
Yeah, I saw that.
and it's a significant investment, right? Oh, here I'm gonna read this quote, and I want to touch on this for a second. I want to get
Put
your
it in
guys.
the Discord so she could grab
Let
it. She
me.
found the article.
No, I got
Yeah,
it. I
do
found
that.
it.
Okay.
It's I found the article where I want to make this quote. This is specific because Sony went in and said one of the points they made is Call of Duty is so popular that it influences users' choice of console and community of loyal users entrenched enough that even if a competitor had the budget to develop a similar product, it would not be able to rival it. Now, do you believe that's true or do you believe it's hogwash?
I think that's
Hogwash.
definitely hogwash. After Microsoft has been the Xbox has been the main one making the shooters for the last 20 years.
But
Man, come
listen to the context. So I want you guys to think about what
Well,
they
they're
said.
not gonna make any. No one can make another
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Well,
That's just fact. Like
okay.
the only way you can make
The
something.
context of what they're saying is they're saying that if a competitor had the budget means money,
Yeah, they got
to
the money.
develop a similar project, it would not be able to rival it, right? So they're saying even if you had EA, who was rivaling with Battlefield, because Battlefield to me was more realistic, especially Battlefield 3 and 4.
Man, I miss
Wait,
Battlefield
I'm
4.
sorry. Well,
Battlefield 4 was my
let me
ish.
let
Well,
I know,
finish
but
the
let me
point.
put the
Go
point.
ahead. Continue.
Let me put the point out so y'all can give me
Point.
Battlefield 4 and 5. They were growing. I think 20 million players. But they screwed it up because they got greedy and they got silly.
Uh-huh.
They being EA. So my point I want to ask you guys is give me your opinion on that specific piece I just quoted, because Sony put this in their documentation as that Call of Duty is this great game that if Microsoft has it, then Microsoft, has something that's going to hurt Sony bottom line, and that nobody else, EA, Ubisoft, even Bungie, they own Bungie, couldn't come up with a similar product to challenge, because the whole point they're saying
They a
is
fool.
nobody else could challenge.
They
Now,
a fool for that.
why is that bogus in the urban vernacular?
It's bogus because these mugs don't know nothing about, like, they acting like Microsoft or Xbox have not made revolutionary shooters. If they take enough of each of those teams and put them together, and they could come up with something. They could definitely come up with something. They got the monetary, they got all the elements. They just need to leave them alone and let them cook with it instead of trying to rush them out.
Okay, double what you think.
Look, I guess we're gonna forget about GTA that's been out for 8 years and just been making tons
But
of
they're
money.
not talking about money.
What is the point?
They're
What is the
talking
point of
about
saying that?
double. Keep it in the context of first-person shooters, though.
Yeah. Because Rockstar is a whole nother beast. We talking about
Right.
Activision, and we talking about Microsoft and EA and the companies that make the, like, Battlefields, the competition.
First-person
Call
shooters.
of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, the competition, the basic competition of all the systems. And where is
Fortnite,
the landscape now?
PUBG.
Right, all of them, right?
They make money.
Exactly.
They make
So,
good money.
and I think all of them have over 20, 30 million, 40 million people playing, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Lady Jazz.
I just think they mad. Like, no drama, no jabs intended, just straight up mad. Like, man, that was one of our biggest players. Like, yeah, people
you make
play.
a point, I got a counterpoint, another point to add to this.
Now I want you to go with your point because I want to be last. So, what about you, Megalix? What are your words?
I would.
Oh, Jazz, well done.
Jazz, go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
You
lost my train of thought. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think Sony's being bogus, but okay, how can I say it? Okay, I think Sony is being bogus on it because I think in their perspective, I think they're like worried that Call of Duty will be like exclusive to Xbox. And personally for me, like I'm not sure how you guys will think about this, but I don't think like the Call of Duty series will be like exclusive to like Xbox like permanently, or at least like the first few games after like the acquisition. Because number one, they can still like make, the Call of Duty games like better to play on Xbox, like exclusive content and stuff like that. And second of all, I think Microsoft themselves know that if if they were to make like Call of Duty exclusive, like sure it'll make like Call of Duty players like buy an Xbox, but it wouldn't be like, but them having like another like exclusive that happens to be a shooter wouldn't really be surprising because Microsoft already has like a lot of IPs that are shooters. So I think even the article says like Microsoft argues that it isn't like an essential game. And yeah.
From their perspective, but true. All right. Sir Rich, what is
Yeah, to add to my point earlier after all that. Also I believe that Microsoft Xbox is trying to bring back the shooter tournament to Microsoft. That's all I want to add to it, like the whole tournament ecosystem for the shooters.
Okay.
Like PlayStation had the fighters.
Okay. What I want to say, I'm gonna read this again because I want to make sure.
Hold on, Mike. Hold on. I want to say this. Sony is very crafty. Very crafty. They've been doing this for the last over 25 years now. They're playing lame duck. They go to the FCC, claim this, claim that, because they feeling the heat.
Tattling.
Yeah. They're playing lame duck. It's just that simple. And Microsoft know it. They don't want this deal to go through.
Well, they don't want the deal to go through financially. They don't want the deal to go through for competition reasons. They don't want the deal to go through because of marketing reasons. But I'm going to read this statement again. Call of Duty is so popular that it influences users' choice of console, and its community of loyal users is entrenched enough that now listen to this part. This is the part I want you to hear. Even if a competitor had the budget to develop a similar product, it would not be able to rival it. I want you guys to think about that 1 second, right? And then think about that 1 second, and let's go back to 1998, 1999. It was Sony and Nintendo, right? So let's go back. No, it was Nintendo, whatever. Let's just say it was Sony. Let's just use Sony, for example. The Sony PS1 is so popular that it influences users' choice of console and community of loyal users is entrenched that even if a competitor that had the budget to develop a similar product, it would not be able to rival it, right? So tell me what the heck is the Xbox if it didn't do exactly what they just said it couldn't do?
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong? It says if a competitor had the budget, Microsoft did, to develop a similar product, the Xbox, it would not be able to rival it. Now, Xbox came out in 2000. They developed it. They put it together. They had the budget. 360, the Red Ring of Death. They had the wherewithal. Xbox One, they didn't have the budget until Phil came in, more or less, right? So you're going to tell me you're going to use that line and say that Call of Duty is unrivaled, where Microsoft can take the same thing and say, wait a minute, the whole gaming market was sewn up by just two companies, Nintendo, technically. Sega got out. I'm looking at it from the perspective of Nintendo and PlayStation. Nintendo and Sony. How is the development of the Xbox not proving them wrong? That whole narrative falls apart because you're saying that competition doesn't work and the competition wouldn't last, right? But doesn't the whole point of Xbox prove that this whole thing is a BS? Just the point of Xbox coming to the market, they were the underdog, right?
Yes.
True.
So they were the underdog. And you telling me a video game, somebody else couldn't be the underdog? And come up and challenge Call of Duty? That's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
And that falls flat on their face.
Just a side thought. I noticed over the years, and I know this isn't everyone, but my personal experience, a lot of my friends that are that prefer Sony, they tend to only play one of two games, and that is any 2K and Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
That is it. So that's why I really see this being a big deal for Sony. Because
it's a big deal
main
and the marketing.
Exactly.
Right, and the marketing.
You're giving me high school flashbacks.
Yeah, but like most of the people, I'm telling you, oh yeah, you should get PlayStation. Oh, okay, yeah, what games do you play? Oh, I only play 2K and Call of Duty. That's it. A lot of people.
2K.
Everybody in my high school was like that.
See, so
2K. They played 2K, Call of Duty, and Madden.
Talk to somebody with Xbox. Now, this is no shade for the listeners. There's no shade. This is just my personal observation. You talk to people that play Xbox. They may play 2K. They play Call of Duty, but they'll tell you about other games that they play. So that's just my observation, and then that's part of the reason why they're reacting the way they are.
No, Jazz, I gotta add one more to that.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
They love playing Mortal Kombat.
I could definitely confirm that.
I will not deny.
So my point is, I think it was very shady. I think that was the point in this whole article that I wanted to point out because everybody was saying, and they were saying, oh, it's essential. Call of Duty is essential. And Microsoft needs to keep it on their console. Everyone is saying, oh, this deal is going through. I hope the deal go through, but I just know how funny the US FTC could be towards super tech, big tech companies like Microsoft, but they said Microsoft is not as much under scrutiny as the Googles, the Apples, and the Amazon. But what scares me is that if the FTC tries to make Microsoft or denies the deal, which we're going to know about in 2 to 3 weeks, I wish Microsoft would take them to court. I wish Microsoft would have the wherewithal to say, okay, you gonna raise me, I'm gonna raise you one. Let's go to court. I would take this to court.
Let's do this, bro.
One.
Yeah.
One. We talk about Microsoft, a company that has a big contract with the DoD.
Yep.
Humongous.
Yeah, they got a couple of contracts. Yeah. But my point is, I think a lot of the fanboyism, if I was Microsoft, and I'm not, I'm a shareholder, thank God. I'm a shareholder of Sony too. So I don't want people to think I'm shady and I own shares in both companies. But if I was Microsoft, like I say, Sony needs to play. Sony has done some dirty crap. Final Fantasy, Rally on Xbox, all those. What game we're waiting on? 7. And then they went, 7. And me, out of principle, I won't buy it. And I only play, and I don't. And the other thing they were talking about, people may leave their console of choice to play Call of Duty. Well, when Sony got the marketing rights to Call of Duty, I still played on Xbox. I wasn't leaving my Xbox to go play Call of Duty. When it's on Call of Duty, it's on Xbox, that's where I played. That's where I felt most comfortable. Now, when the free version of Call of Duty came out on the PlayStation, I downloaded it. That was it. I am not buying a Call of Duty on the PlayStation.
Dude, that was one of the games we used to play before this Modern Warfare.
Exactly. The Modern Warfare.
I used to play.
Yeah, that was on point. The original one, the first one that came out on the Xbox, was
The
off
very
the chain.
first one.
Yes. So, chat, please like and subscribe. You got comments, please post them. But I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on this whole Activision, Microsoft-Activision acquisition talks and how Sony went behind their back. Overall, I do think 100% Sony is not scared. I think they're concerned. I think they're worried. I think they are worried about, they're worried about their bottom line because Call of Duty is a behemoth. And if Call of Duty gains any momentum with Modern Warfare 2, is this the remake, right? The remake. If that is off the chain good and it gets rave reviews, it's like a great game. People are
And
going
the
to go all,
servers go good. Because that's always been the problem with Call of Duty, the servers. If Microsoft make the Call of Duty servers, guaranteed they're gonna make sales. If they get Call of Duty servers off at launch, sales.
Well, what do you mean by that? Define what
It's
you
never
mean.
been done before in history.
What do
Whenever
you-
Call of
when
Duty
you-
is released, the servers are always trashed for
But
at least 3 months.
no, but that's not what I'm saying. Define what you mean by that. You're saying if Microsoft gets the server post merger and they do the migration,
Yeah.
is that what you're saying? That
And they servers provide a good Call of Duty experience. People will enjoy Call of Duty on Xbox if they use their servers and their servers allow a very good experience.
You saying they get a bigger difference?
Like if they focus on it, if they focus on making the Call of Duty experience the best it can be with no kind of lag and all that stuff with their network and everything, people will enjoy Microsoft after that. It will be a tide. It will be a massive tide change.
Surge.
What?
Let's level set.
Level
Let's level set. I said post merger, and that meant what I meant by post merger. You mean like the day after?
No, I'm just saying like if they get the merger and
if the merger goes
and the next game that they release after the merger.
Right, because you do realize that even if they did, just like they have contracts in place with Sony, right? They being Activision, I think, and someone correct me on this, I think they are being hosted by Amazon. So those contracts will still be in place until they're up, and then they will have to make a gradual.
That would be the question. If they can buy out, it depends on after acquisition. You would have to go after the acquisition, because if they negotiate with Amazon and all that fun stuff.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say if after the acquisition and they are under contract, I don't know what the repercussions would be if Microsoft broke the contract. You can't just break a contract, and it wouldn't be good to break a contract when it comes to transitioning servers. And I think a lot of people who when a game like Call of Duty and the servers are bad, I'm not going to say the servers are bad. I think we need to, again, level set is that the traffic, they didn't provide enough adequate bandwidth to handle the traffic. I don't think the servers are bad. It's the bandwidth, or you could say that the bandwidth of the network, huh?
You're saying what's allocated for that?
Right, and it's hard to you should be able to scale on the fly, and they can give additional servers for that. That's what you're saying, and
But they never really had the monetary space for that. Whenever they were always behind and waiting for them to make sales.
I don't think it's
servers.
I think I'm not going to say they didn't have the money. I think again, like you're saying, they are hosting in Amazon Cloud. And I don't know, and we don't know because we don't know any of the intricacies
Yeah,
of that.
the
But
deep. We
we
can just
don't know,
speculate all
right,
day.
right. But we don't know how fast they can scale up. Now we
Might be
can make
5
the
years from now. Who
no,
knows?
no. I mean, a month or two, a week or two. But scaling up doesn't take that long if there's allocation. But my point of scaling up is that we don't know how long it would take. My point that a lot of these popular games when they come out, I don't like Call of Duty. I do agree with you. That should not be ever a problem because Call of Duty always has they're inundated with people. So they should say, you know what? We know what last year we looked at the metrics. Last year we got bombarded. I'm just making I'm just
Example.
giving giving an example. Say for instance they had 10 servers. You know, it's godly and more mouth with that virtual, whatever. They had 10 servers and they were inundated, but they leveled out at 15 servers. So why don't you have 20 servers to handle the traffic and the bandwidth pipes that's coming from all over the world to handle the latency, to handle all that, and all the back end processes, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do agree with you. But again, you don't know what the allocation is or what they budgeted
Or if they did it on
for
purpose,
right, or what they
whatever.
budget. It's level. You got a level set, and it's hard to. I'm not saying it's hard to do that, but I do agree with you. If they were under Microsoft, and under the Azure, they don't have to buy it. It's all under one roof. Under time, they can say, okay, we're going to allocate it because
Just
they
get it
own all of it.
ground good, and then they can pull back later. Like I wanted to launch flawless.
It's all that
pull back.
all that is under one house.
Mm-hmm.
When you control all of it, you can allocate whatever you need. But when you're renting services,
It's at a
you
bigger
are
cost.
yes, and you got to factor that in. And being EA, I mean not EA, Activision being cheap and always want to charge you, I don't think they want to pay that money out. They got to look at the so that's what I found funny about the Activision Blizzard. I mean, I read most of it, and it's like, okay, it's to be expected. They're trying to say this is one of the best games ever, top 10, but you said no one else can develop the game. And I'm like, oh, wow. So everybody else is just.
They were talking big.
No one can do it like
everyone
me.
else is weak.
Yeah, they're making everybody else small. Like there's no competition out there. Like for real. Like y'all crushed Nintendo way back when, and y'all just got y'all britches way big. Y'all crushed a lot of consoles in y'all day.
Sony as well. I think a lot of people don't understand. It's business. Business is ruthless.
Yeah,
And
but they've been the victor of a lot of battles. That's my
because
point. They haven't felt a loss in so long.
No, yeah, you're right. But what I'm saying, it's a business. They're ruthless. I just said Sony is ruthless, and I think Microsoft is just playing nice. And I wish Microsoft would play nice. I like battling. I like sports where I want a team to win. I want to see a real battle, and that's what I want to see.
Has Microsoft fought ever since the Apple war back in the 80s? Have they fought any real battles since then?
Meaning 90s? No, I don't think so.
Well, 80s, 90s. Because remember, I say 80s because that's when Apple was really focusing on gaming, and Microsoft went to the acquisition of going from more of a business transaction into making the game. Because that's whenever they made Solitaire. When they first made Solitaire, that was when they first started flipping over going into gaming. Because Apple was more of a gaming system or PC per se than Microsoft ever was.
Since we're talking about like 80s PCs, don't forget about Commodore. Commodore was pretty big in the computer.
Wasn't that made by Black Man?
No.
Which one was made by Black Man? Which one am I thinking?
I don't know. I don't know who you're thinking about.
I don't know who you're thinking about.
Double.
But first also made.
Oh, I can see that picture in my head. The dude with the white business shirt, and he's cheesing with his hand on top of it.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
First cartridge-based system.
Yeah.
What was that, Double?
The first cartridge-based system.
So it wasn't named. It was just they took the technology and developed all these other systems.
So
Yeah.
swear I know who you're talking about, but I always thought that he was just the one that I always thought that he did work for Atari and
Mm-mm.
made the cartridges.
He was trying to sell his idea, and they did what they did to requisition it.
Jerry Lawson. Jerry Lawson, father of video game cartridge.
Mhm.
A little bit of history.
Let me give him some love real quick.
Got to. That's history. It is a heritage, in a sense.
Damn.
That looked like a Atari system. Mm-mm.
Right for
There
Jerry.
you go.
Mm-hmm. That's who I was referencing. That's exactly who I was referencing.
It's like I saw the picture in my head. I remember the smile, and I remember the white shirt.
He looked like a jolly man, like, I'll make video games. Yeah, this is awesome. Wait 50 years from now, y'all gonna be loving these. I can't wait for another like another 20 years in gaming from now. I want my VR suit. That's what I want.
So we'll see how this turns out. So let's get your final opinion on what you guys think. Lady Jazz, do you think we'll hear something favorable in Microsoft case? At
As
the end of this,
into what?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
FTC.
Sir.
FTC. Do you think the FTC is going to not say anything, or they're going to ask Microsoft for more information about the merge?
Dang.
Or
go ahead with the or. I want to hear the or.
or or they're going to say we're going to take you to court. Those are the only options. They're not going to say anything, or they're going to. If they don't say anything, that means they can move forward.
I say more information, perhaps / more information.
Okay.
So yeah.
Mega.
More info, but I still think it'll go smoothly. It'll all work out in the end. I still believe.
Uchi.
I think it's gonna go through. It's actually I think it's gonna go smooth.
The question was, so that means at the end of the month, the FTC is not going to say anything, so that lets them proceed, and that's your definition of smooth, correct?
Yep.
Okay. The Rich.
I thought it was a bit rocky until they start actually negotiating PlayStation, and they talking about an 80-20. I think they go get more of a 35-75 split. Well, say 65 split, I mean. Now that they trying to cut them in, I think they gonna maybe get it for maybe 2 years at that split to give them some kind of steam, because Sony does need some steam, and they do need to cut a deal to where they get some kind of percentage of the take, because they are going to be multi-plat. So
you're saying that when you say 70-30 or whatever split, you mean off of the PlayStation Store, Microsoft has to give them 30-some%? Is that what you're saying?
No. PlayStation gets 35% of the sales
Of what?
that they make, because it's going to be multi-plat.
No. Define what you mean.
35% to Microsoft of their sales. If they can get,
you mean on the PlayStation? On the PlayStation.
On the PlayStation, they will be paying to have the game on their console, basically.
So you're saying Microsoft will sell Call of Duty, and they're going to let them do it. And you're saying based on that, Microsoft
anywhere from 20 to 35% of a take of their sales.
So Sony get 35% anything sold in the PlayStation Store, any PlayStation game, not PlayStation game, but any Call of Duty game that's sold in the PlayStation under any PlayStation that's sold for the PlayStation, they'll get 35%.
I don't know. I don't know which way it will go. 35% paying I don't know, because it's to stay afloat. I don't know. I don't know which way. That's the part I hadn't. I know it'll be 35 split, but I don't know if
who getting the bigger
majority leader in that. That's what that's my kerfuffle.
Well, the kerfuffle, I'm going to clear you up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go ahead, do it. That's why I need.
Yeah.
Clarity. I will admit my shortcomings on that.
On that, Sony gets a 30% take on all video games. on their console.
Mm-hmm.
So they're from third parties. And if that is the case, that means Microsoft has to give them 30%. I wouldn't give them nothing. So this was my point of this. If Microsoft can say, and that's why they will say we intend to keep it on the PlayStation, and we're going to honor it. And then when it comes to marketing and or not marketing, but when it comes to renegotiating the store prices, Microsoft can say, well, we tried to negotiate, but we negotiated 20%. They wanted 30%. And you
Right.
remember earlier in the year when Microsoft made
They
this,
greedy. That's why I said 35. I think they may try.
Microsoft made this point that they said our store is only going to charge 15 or 20%.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're going to come back and say our argument, if the deal goes through, is that hey, why should we pay more to them when we don't even charge that much? And if Sony doesn't agree to it, we tried, so we're not going to put the game on their console. That would be me if I was doing it. I'd be like, nope, I don't believe it. That'll be the reason to not put it on their console. You tried in good faith to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Food for thought.
No, I know, because I know in my mind I would hope that there could be competition like that, like where Microsoft can make a good deal with PlayStation, but Sony, they don't play well with others.
Oh, Sony's ruthless.
Sony do not play well with others. They just don't. Like, that's me being hopeful. Like, maybe they could cut a deal at 20, at 35. That's being hopeful.
Mhm.
That is a lowball deal. But at the same time, I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. It might be Xbox exclusive because Sony might put their foot in that.
Microsoft
You
ain't
never
even
know.
gonna give 20%.
Say what?
They not gonna even give them 20%.
They already said they would do a 80-20 split with them. Like,
no, I don't know what they said. I know Sony generally is 30. But no one is
no, I'm
20.
saying Microsoft would, because if they buy it, they like, hey, this is what we gonna do because we own it. You can either leave it or take it. You know, the power.
That's my point, but that's going to be their out too. I think that would be very smooth of them to say, "Hey,
because we gonna put it on here because I know they ain't gonna take this deal."
Exactly. That would be my play, and say, "Well, we did it in good faith." And no
But I
one.
believe Microsoft honestly would do that in genuine good faith. You had this property for X amount of years. Here's the deal, and I believe in honesty that PlayStation would not take it because they were like, "How dare you do that? That's an insult to us. We'll make our own." You know what I'm saying? Sony, nah. They gonna make their own. They gonna try and make they gonna go back to kill switch.
Now Ryan Lyons he's about profit. They'll take it. They take whatever they can.
They gonna
If
go
Call
back
of
to kill
Duty is that
switch.
important to them.
They got to kill switch or they or they better go
You
to
mean-
the original properties.
You mean Killzone?
Killzone, yeah.
He calls it the
That's
kill
what I was
switch. Like,
thinking.
what is it?
I'm mixing two things. I'm mixing something else. I know I am.
You mixing the switch with a video game. Kill switch.
'Cause I think Kill Switch was a game, but you knew what I meant though. Kill Switch.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Black helmets.
But I'm just saying that Sony is, like you say, Sony is ruthless. They don't like making deals. They like being on top. They just not going. They're not gonna allow themselves to be in a position to be taken advantage of, even if they fail.
We're number one.
You know, I was about to add what also doesn't really help matters is that if I'm not mistaken, like without the PlayStation, Sony wouldn't be here right now. Because like
That was
I said, without the PlayStation, Sony wouldn't be here right now.
That was in 2012 when Sony, the PlayStation brand, held them up when they were making all those losses.
Yeah.
The PlayStation brand did hold them in place.
Yeah.
But right now, the PlayStation brand is falling, and the movie side
is succeeding because they got
Right.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man is money. That's money. Anytime they use his character, they making money, even on the PlayStation side. Gaming, we bought our own license from our own company. Tax write-off.
That's my take on all this. We'll see what happens at the end of the month. My take is that I hope at the end of the month comes along and we'll be happy. Now, I will say this: if the FTC, which I doubt, doesn't say anything, and they get to move forward, and the EU doesn't say anything, those are the main two. I don't think Japan is going to say anything because it'll look prejudiced. China, I don't think they'll say anything. New Zealand, I don't think they're going to say anything. Australia, I don't think they're going to say anything. And Great Britain is not going to say anything, hopefully. But it's all based off the FTC. If all this can get approved by the end of September, I will definitely, like I said in the very beginning, it's strange, but I'll say Microsoft will say, guess what? We're going to put, and this will be very funny, we'll put all the Call of Duties. Now, they're marketing with Sony has marketing with this latest Call of Duty, right? Am I right?
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Okay.
I'm just that was being rhetorical. Yeah,
I wouldn't agree because I didn't know.
no, I think it's two more. It's
But
two
I'm
more.
gonna say I don't know, even if it's rhetorical. I didn't know that.
Right. I learned something today.
It's two more, I think. But my point I'm making is, if Xbox wanted to be sly, they could put on Xbox Series S's Call of Duty, and then in little bitty writing put Call of Duty Infinite. Or just put Call of Duty on the box; it'll automatically sell. And they wouldn't be breaking the marketing agreement, because the marketing agreement for the old games, I think, would be over. Unless they're saying, well, it's for perpetuity as long as we have this contract. Perpetuity in the sense of the contract, meaning all the old games can't be marketed either. But if they could put Call of Duty on any Xbox Series S or Xbox and sell it during the holiday, and if they get the thing approved by the holiday, that would be amazing. And then I would say they'll just say, hey, tell everybody Call of Duty is free, or just say it's in Game Pass. They can't market it, but it has to be somewhere around where they could say, I don't know how they can get around that legally, but they can just, it being Game Pass, it shows up in Game Pass. But we'll see at the end of the month. But that's my take on it, guys. So let's wrap up. Where are you going to be? And what are you doing? And I know, Serge, let's go with you first, because I know you got a Twitch streaming, and Jazz has Twitch. So you guys go and tell us where you're going to be and when we can see you. I think you're tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, every Wednesday and Friday, 7:30 in between that range. I'm trying to add another day. I think I might do a Tuesday or Sunday stream this Friday. That's where you can find me. Also, it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Sir Rich. Sir Rich is where you find me.
All right, Lady Jazz.
You can find me on Twitch, Jazzymoto, as it's spelled. Usually try to do a Tuesday. Stream every Friday night. Saturday mornings, I do art streams. You can catch me on Twitter, Jazzymoto, Facebook, Jazzymoto, Instagram, Chekatora, haha. Yep, and YouTube, Jazzymoto.
All right, Mega.
Mega Elixir. I'll be here. I'll be here every Thursday, and if Jazz is about to stream like Fall Guys tomorrow, then I'ma definitely be there too.
Yeah, he was.
Thanks for joining me.
I found one of them
you joined me
days.
last Friday.
Yeah.
If you do it tomorrow by 7, send me on the Xbox. Send me a link.
Shout out to Meg. I appreciate you for stopping in the stream and joining. That was fun. Go ahead, continue.
I synced it.
All right. What about you, Double?
I'll be here every Thursday with the guys. I don't mind talking. I love it.
And the lady.
Oh, it's all good.
And the lady.
Nope, we good.
First
it's
lady.
okay.
First lady. Yeah, the first lady, Jazz.
We also have a Facebook group, All Things Geeky.
Yes.
You're welcome to come join.
That's good.
Yep,
And that's
that's
where
it
you're
for
going to
me.
be? Okay. I am the one, and I'm on Xbox and PlayStation and here every Thursday. And you can see my gamer tag, link up with me, compete. As you notice, guys, yeah, compete. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to it. Sorry. So, all you guys, thank you for joining, subscribing, and tell your friends to join. If you hadn't had time to look at hear us live, please tell your friends to listen to us on YouTube. When you get the possibility, pass it around, forward it, get your friends to listen, and join Jazz when she twitches and Sir Rich when they twitch, and get them to show them some love and some support. And I thank you very much for joining, sticking with us through our technical difficulties that we had today. That just threw us off totally, threw our whole game off a little bit, threw me off totally. But it just really was not. But Lady Jazz persevered, so I want to give her credit because she was at it, fixing everything up. The joys of technology and trying to work with different types of applications to put them together as going to work seamlessly is not as easy as people think. Because I sure as heck don't do it, but I got to learn to do it, and that's my ignorance in that point. But again, chat, thanks everybody for showing up. Enjoy your gaming, enjoy your day, and stay safe. We'll holla.
Indubitably. Holla,
You
holla.
all say.
Peace, everybody.
Oh, what? Mega say something?
Mega's gone.
No, I was muted.
I know he always mute.
That was double M.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Double. Was that double? Y'all got the same voice. I know y'all family. Y'all got the same
Y'all
voice.
must be related.
We got on that bass.
Alright, hit that like and subscribe, and we will see you next Thursday.
As always, holla holla.
Holla.
Holla, holla, holla.